Hello, my name is Nicky Giant and this is my Escape from Tarkov factory guide, where I explain the map, factory and everything around and about it. I hope you enjoy. Let's start off with the credit goes to EFTDB1 and I'll link it in the description. They produced this map, they made it, looks very nice, and that's why I'm using it to enforce my explaining. Thank you EFTDB1 for making this. Let's start off with spawns. Right now I'm in the basement section, so I'll just start from basement, first floor, second floor, third floor, and I'll do that with everything. This is in the bottom left. This is where the one player spawn. There's another player spawn between here, and there's another player spawn between the stairs. If we go to first floor, you got a player spawn up here, another player spawn up here. Be careful when you spawn up here. The dude out of the basement could run up. There's also a spawn here. They didn't mention it yet, but this one is a player spawn as well, and in here is a player spawn as well, so be careful for those. Because second floor is no player spawns, and third floor is no player spawns either. Okay, let's get to extractions. The bottom is one extraction. That's the green one. That's your way out, kinda. This door needs to be unlocked by a factory key, so always bring that in, because there's another door that opens. Go to second floor. This is one of your extractions. You don't need a key, you just need to go through the double red doors. This is the way down to that extraction in the basement, by the way. This is the stairs down. And this door with the green, this one needs a factory key as well, so that's your kind of other solution. So if somebody's holding this down, you can go extract here, or you can extract over there. On second floor is nothing to extract on, and third floor neither. Let's talk about the basement of the map. The basement has a lot of ramps connected from first floor, and in the middle a good bit of boilers. This is an open area, so this is below ground, majority of this, everything pretty much. This is open, this is an open area, so people can snipe from above or from the raptors, so keep that in mind. We go to first floor. This is where the majority of the action happens. There's a whole bunch of rooms where you can run into. This is a very open area where people run at the beginning. So in the beginning you can have 5 people up the map, so spawns, people will be running around. Like here is a spawn as well, so if you spawn here and somebody spawned here, these ones are gonna clash in the first 20 seconds, so be careful for that you're not sorting out your gear when somebody comes out of this room running and starts shooting you. For the rest of it, there is just AI scavs that walk around, mainly around first floor, and they walk up whenever they hear sound. There's some containers over here. These are our containers, 2 containers on top of each other. This is a closed off container with a tiny peek hole, but a lot of people use this to camp the main extraction, so be careful for that. You got like a rails, a fancy looking rails, but don't see too much of it. And a couple quests, like in here you need to find a postman pet item, and there is like, I think a quest asks you to find a gas analyzer, so kind of that. You need to do some repairs over here for mechanic later on. And let's up to second floor. This is where a lot of players hold down, second and third. So this is on top of the boilers on the right hand side. This is on top of the pump house station, and this is above the tiny bunker on the way to the basement. On here is like a giant toilet area or shower compartment. There are like face washers here, toilets, some lockers over here. It's a perfect location to hold because you only got 2 doors, so you can do it very nicely with a 2 or 3 man. Some random key spawns here, but it's very nice to, if you want to grind some scavs, sit in here, kill them, loot them later. For the rest, there's nothing else you can do over here. Then we get to third floor. So all these thin lines are raptors. Like raptors as in like big metal casings that usually filter air through, but you can walk on them. There is like multiple stairs up, but keep in mind they're metal, so whenever you walk up there you'll hear a clink 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 noise. This is a giant fuel holder that's on top of it. So you might be able to cover yourself behind there. And this is where the fun happens most of the time. There are a couple quests where you need to kill in this area. There's a vault in here, some filing cabinets, a quest location where you need to plant something. This is where the mainstream goes past, and you can also pretty effectively farm scavs, but you're still a little bit locked. If somebody chucks a grenade in this room, like one on the left, one on the right, you're bound to get hurt. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's talk about the you should be careful about, because so this doesn't have all the player spawns in, but I'll go through with that. So this spawn over here, you can get rushed relatively easy. So this spawn, if you don't move out of here, or if you hold this for too long, if there are experienced players, they'll rush it. If there are no experienced player, you can sit here whatever you want. But if you hear somebody running around, consider that he might walk through the door to take a peek for spawns. Especially this dude that spawns here, he just runs up, looks. Same with this spawn. This spawn will always look here for safety. If you're an experienced player, you look like, okay, there's nobody there, I can move on. Vice versa as well. If you spawn here or here, you take a look at here, because if you can get a sneaky kill on a big group, you might be able to take more of them out. So keep that in mind. This is where the most initial combat happens. So between here and here, you have a lot of combat, and the same for here. These spawns don't connect too often. These do somehow, some way. I don't know why. It's probably weird. Besides this, there is a usual thing with factory. There's people who grind factory that literally spawn in, kill all the PMCs and get out, because there are some quests where you need to kill PMCs. You have a fast deploy time. You have a limited amount of PMCs and you can get out within minutes if you need to. There's also pistol quests that you can do here, because some people just run for loot and run out. So keep that in mind. And you can find all variations of PMCs. You don't find fully geared groups too often, like once in a while. But since they changed it from 6 to 5 PMCs maximum, there won't be any single player against the full 5-man group. So not too much of that. And yeah, the rest of it is pretty much PMCs and scavs running around. It's a very good place to farm your specific scav items. So like Pastilian Mask, Shroud Mask. You can stand a couple ways because factory has a very short raid timer. Like, what is it, 15-20 minutes? So then you can just farm your Pastilian Mask because they're on 2nd or 3rd wave scavs. So that's fairly useful to do. That's what a good amount of people do. Keep in mind that when you think like, I can do it at night, you need night vision or a flashlight, because it is very dark. This is below ground. No light will come in, so keep that in mind. I want to thank you for watching. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you want to let me know something or I should change something, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try to reply as quickly as possible. If you want to follow me, feel free to hit that follow button. And I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.